Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk with the 4XE powertrain. That all being said, let's get right into it. Let's start things off with the Grand Cherokee 4XE. This one's in the Trailhawk package. The 4XE powertrain produces 375 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission, and if you're wondering, it's a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to a hybrid system. And so, yeah, pretty cool powertrain. I had a Wrangler that had that powertrain for a week, and it did really well. I got like over 20 miles of full electric range, and it's a plug-in hybrid. So you basically could just, you know, especially if you have 240s in your house, you could just charge all the time and, you know, not have to use gas all that often unless you have to go on longer trips. Got the front camera there, and then you guys could see all the blue accenting as part of the 4XE package, and then the fog lights down below. And yeah, overall, I mean, the new Trailhawk looks amazing, if you ask me. And then obviously with the 4XE accents, I think it really works. I think this is one of the best looking, you know, Jeeps other than the Wrangler in a long time. You got the more aggressive tires here as part of the Trailhawk package. And you guys can also see with the front suspension, that kind of appearance right there. And then also the I thought it was funny that it's got little Jeep Wrangler on it. So they basically just took Wrangler wheels and put it on the vehicle. I don't know. I thought it was humorous, that's why I showed that to you guys. Anyways, you got the Grand Cherokee logo. Notice everything has got the blue accenting on it. Black mirrors, and then you've got the black top for the roof, and so it's got that cool two-tone design. And then if you want to read everything here, just freeze the frame, and you guys can kind of read through all that fun stuff on the vehicle, the standard equipment, available features, all that. And then, again, got that same tire and wheel setup that you have in the front. And popping here to the back, this is what I really like from a design standpoint with the new Grand Cherokee is just like how it swoops to the back. You've got the full LED lights here. You've got the Jeep logo there in the center again with the blue accenting all around it. Got the Trailhawk badge right there. You got the 4XE badge on the other side. And then you can see the parking sensors here just down below with the tow hook right there. Again, or sorry, recovery hook rather, but again, finished in blue. And I think it definitely looks better than the Grand Cherokee L in terms of like the proportions. I'm not saying the Grand Cherokee L looks bad, but this just looks a little bit better from a proportion perspective. Now, popping it open, you can see the storage space, and this is one of the deficits of the Grand Cherokee versus the Grand Cherokee L. So you can see like the charging cable and everything there is with trunk space, so you don't have a third row, and you just have less space overall in the back. Now, the third row up in the Grand Cherokee L, this has more space. But the third row down, that has more space than what this has. So there is kind of that space benefit if that's important to you. And then popping here to the interior, this is what I thought was really cool. So first off, you guys can see here with the whole door panel set up, you've got the sunshade here at the top. And down below that, you guys can see the darker trim and the metallic trim, and then you can see the padding with the blue stitching. They bring it all to the interior, so again, with the seats, you've got the blue all throughout the seats, and then notice you've got the inserts on the seats, so those will stay more neutral temperature-wise, which is great if you live in a cold climate, but obviously the padding on the outside is going to be easier to clean. And then popping in, you guys can see legroom, and then this one has the screens in the back, which I think I played with these, I played with these for a second, see if I could show you guys some of the stuff. But it basically just wanted me to like sign into the Wi-Fi, so I was like, okay, whatever. But you guys can see here with the screens, basically really responsive touchscreen for the rear passengers where they can watch movies, all that kind of stuff. So if you've got kids, it's worth it. If you don't have kids, probably not worth it. Got a bunch of USBs, heated seats down there. And then you can see here with the center console, or not console, rather armrest with the cup holders. And then you got the full panoramic sunroof. And going from that to the front, something to also mention is the door handles in the new Grand Cherokee. I definitely love the feel of them, like the actuation with opening it. Got the darker trim with the metallic trim down below that, and then again all of the padding with the stitching all throughout. Window controls right here with the mirror adjustments. Memory seats, and then you guys can see you've got blind spot monitoring for the mirrors. And then here are the seats. So again, notice you've got Trailhawk there in the top of the seat, and then you got the inserts again with all of the padding, and notice again with the blue stitching, got power adjustments. Pretty normal pedal layout, nothing too crazy happening there. With the parking brake up above, light controls, and then you get your different modes with the hybrid, electric, e-save. The e-save mode lets you charge the battery with gas, so if you don't want to charge it at your house or something like that, you can just do the e-save to get a full charge. Got the paddle shifters in the back of the steering wheel, so you can shift the gears yourself. Radio controls as well. This does have adaptive cruise control, that stuff. And if you guys are wondering why you'd want to do that, maybe you're going to take this off-road because it's a Trailhawk, and you want to have a full battery charge before you go off-road, so you can do some EV off-roading, which definitely makes sense. After I took the Wrangler 4xE off-road, it helps out a lot, having that instant power and torque with certain circumstances. And then again, another little button there for charging, and then you guys can see all the rest of the controls there at the top of the screen, like the hazard lights, all that normal stuff. And then love how the infotainment system's integrated into the new Grand Cherokee. This one has got the full 360 camera system, so you can see all the different camera views here with the vehicle. And it's great that it has the front view as well, because that's obviously going to help with off-roading. You notice you can clean the camera too, which is also positive if you're off-roading, if you get mud on the camera. And then notice you got heated, cooled seats here for the front passengers, dual zone climate. And then you've got trim piece that I don't think, super frustrating to open. But anyways, this is like the charging area because it's got the wireless phone charger, a bunch of USBs, 12 volt, all that stuff. Got the drive mode select as well. And the main mode you're probably going to use is auto, right? But you have some off-road modes. And then this does have air suspension, so you can raise and lower it with that button right there. That'll give you more ground clearance when you're taking it off-road. Got a couple cup holders right there. And you can see the whole center console set up. And then I love the trim. Again, I think they did a good job. And then I believe this one had the side screen as well. It just wasn't on. But it's another cool feature you can get in the new Grand Cherokee L and Grand Cherokee. Camera mirror, super important. But yeah, that is the new 4xE Trailhawk. I want you guys to let me know what you think about this, or if you'd rather just get, say, a Wrangler instead.
Zooms in.
I seen it happen Volkswagen and Toyota. Yep.